beautiful people, it is Sherry Moulton back with another video. Hope you're having an amazing day. I want to welcome you to my channel if you're new, and please think about subscribing and helping me get to my YouTube journey of 100K. That would be awesome. And also I would love to welcome back my OGs. Thank you for sticking with me. I hope you enjoyed the last video. Now today, before we start going, I just wanted to point out the map is still going. If you want to put your where you live on the map, put it in my description box and I will pin you in the map. And then at the end of every week, I'm going to try to do it every Sunday. At the end of the video, I will show you a close-up of the map, which is kind of cool. It brings us all together. It's just amazing how many people that we touch in the world we don't realize, which is kind of awesomely cool. So with that, with further ado, and that being said, I was sent a mold from to play around with. So I'm going to play with this today. It is a dinosaur egg thing. Hope I don't goof it up, but we're gonna give it a shot. So with further ado, I'm gonna go upstairs. My resin is up in my bath in the kitchen sink because my resin is always cold in my basement. You want to keep your resin at a certain temperature so that you don't get any bubbles. It helps reduce the bubbles and helps mixing it a lot easier. So with that, I'm gonna go get my stuff, but while it's up there, I'm gonna come back and we're gonna put some amazing pigments in this to let this make it look so gorgeous. So with that being said, I'll see you in a sec, guys. I am back. So this little guy, I am going to line him with some of these Chameleon Flakes I got from Laura's Art Corner. This is Celestial, and this one is Ecstasy. So one is like a blue and one is like a pretty pinky, because I want this little guy to stand out. I was going to do browns and whatever, but I want him to stand out. So I'm going to mix these two together in here. I'm going to move my egg out of the way because I do not want anything to get into the egg. And I had this brush, but I'm wondering if this brush might work better. I'm just going to dab in different spots. Get in all those nooks and crannies. Woo! I remember using this one before. This I did with one of my, on the edges of one of my coasters. It actually turned out really pretty. Because this one's, I don't know if you can see it, this one is almost like gold leafing in it as well. So that's enough of that one. And then let's do the blue-green. Isn't that pretty? Picking it up because I want to get into everything. And I might actually come in with a different one just so that like this is nice and flaky. But I want to make sure that I don't want it on there, I want it in there. I just want to make sure it's all covered. So what I might do is come in with one of Sorry, my brain is totally farting. I'm going to come in with one of these just to do a coat to make sure that it's all covered, because you don't want to leave any bald spots. Because there's little grooves in here. I don't know if you can see it, like that little nib. You want to get right into everything. No, that doesn't want to pick up. So I want to get the right in the mouth here. Good varnish of everything so it stays. Okay, so I'm going to put a lid on this one. So those are the two that I used. And then I'm going to come in. I want to do, maybe we'll do the green. This one is dark green, and we'll use that just to make sure everything is undercoated. Oh, I've got my new black mat underneath, and I keep getting glitter everywhere. I'm not used to the mat being there. Okay, so this is like a dark green, so, and it goes purpley. So we're gonna, this one will work well because it's gonna get into all those little grooves that might get missed. And you gotta pick up your mold. You can't just, this is gonna get into all of those little spine little thingies on his back. You see that? There we go. So you can see the difference, and then that way everything is covered. Get into all of that. And then you want to make sure, I'm going to put the lid on this, you want to make sure that everything is coming up rainbows. You want to make sure everything is, sorry, my brain is totally gone today. Today's my husband's birthday. I forgot to mention that in the video. This video is probably a 2 or 3 dayer because you got to let this cure and then put that in there. So today is May 2nd and it's my husband's birthday. Craziness. Happy birthday, Robert. There. So look at that. That's going to be gorgeous. Now what I want to do is possibly see if I can, not like it matters with this one, take off some of this extra stuff that's just kind of floating around on the edge. And I definitely don't want to take it off of the bits and pieces that we need it on. I just don't want to have a mess everywhere. I think that's good enough. It's going to be pretty. So now I put this down because I didn't want it to stick. This mat that I use is very sticky. So there we go. So now I'm going to bring back this and I'm going to go get my resin, which is in my bath. I have another container. I'll show you what it is. It is, my brain is totally gone. Resin of choice today is Krystal Resin. It is the shallow casting resin. And as if you can see, it says it is super clear, bubble free. It is for arts and crafts projects. It's easy to apply, 1-to-1 mix ratio. It is self-leveling. It is anti-UV, 100% VOC free, odorless, and non-toxic. It is FDA approved, BPA free, and it's 40-minute working time. So this is awesome. My working time tends to be less because I warm it up, which shortens the working time. So with that, when I mix my video, my goodness gracious, when I mix my resin, I am always using my respirator. So please, please use your respirator, use all your PPE, keep yourself safe and healthy. And when I come back, I'm choosing not to wear it so I can talk to you people. So with that, we're gonna get our little baby dinosaur some resin in there. So I'll be back in a sec, guys. I am back. I mixed up, I know everyone likes to hear how many ounces, but I apologize. This one I did 80 milliliters because I didn't want a full 2 ounces. So I'll figure that out if I can, and we'll let you know what it is. I'm gonna put black in the background. So I'm using my Krystal Resin, has a paste as well. It is a black pigment paste, and this one, I don't know why, it is a mess. I always, you know, I'm gonna give this a wipe off. Always remember, don't put anything in, what is with that? Anything in your pigments, you wanna keep it the same. I'm gonna give it a mix. You don't want to contaminate it, is what I'm getting at. Good stir. And I'm just leaving what's on there. In we go. Mix slowly so I don't make a mess, because I have to wash out all my cups. They're upstairs and I haven't washed them. But I want it to be not transparent. I want it to be opaque. So I want to make sure. I'm going to scrape off what I can. And then give it a stir again. And normally I measure. When I get a new mold, I love to measure it. And the best thing to do is write it on a Sharpie somewhere on your little mold. And then that way you know every time what that mold takes instead of having to guess. Because nothing's worse than wasting, resin, because it's like gold, my friends. So there you go. So it's not transparent. It is opaque. Exactly what I was looking for. Gonna give that a scrape off, and I'm gonna set that here, and we're gonna pour into our little guy. Now I would spray, because there's so many little nooks and crannies, I would spray my alcohol, but I don't want to do that because I don't want to lift up any of this amazing color that is in there. And when you're doing this mold, you have to kind of overfill a little, because we got these little spines of his. So don't want to overfill it, because then you're going to have to sand it. Which, you know how much that is a pain. So I'm just going to let it, whoa, I just about lost that. And that didn't take much. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to have to find something to put that in. I'm going to grab one of my silicone tools just to try and work it in to all these little crevices here. That one looks good. And this little guy can use, whoa, my goodness, just a little more. And then I'm going to work it into little spots and hope I don't have any little air bubbles. Perfect. All right, I'm just going to wipe this off. And I think I went over there. Anyways, those little bits can be broken off. That looks good. The only thing is, I gotta, there's like little bits in the spine. I don't want to pick it up and squiggle it around because I don't want to ruin it. So I'm gonna leave it as is. It is what it is. Hopefully they got inside the spine of his little back, because there's, like I said, there's some crevices in there that need to get in there. So with that being said, my beautiful people, I'm going to let him cure. We're going to come back. We are going to glue him together, and then we are going to put him in his egg all in one shot. I'm not going to, I've watched a couple videos just to see how people were doing it, and I'm not going to put a little layer in and do everything else. If you've watched my video on my mermaid in a bag, I jimmied her in with some stuff. So, but that one I did a double pour because it was quite thick. This one I don't need to worry about it because the egg is quite shallow compared to the mermaid. The bag was about that tall. So I couldn't pour it all in one. So I did half and then, but anyways, I'm going to suspend her with something in there. So with that being said, I'm going to give this a shot with my alcohol now that it is done. And I'll see you when it's cured. I'll see you in about 24 hours. See you in a bit, guys. Oh my gosh, I'm ready. I'll show you this in a sec, but I'm excited. Let's get this guy out of here. That's adorable. Now that'll wash off. Let's see what these guys look like. Oh my goodness. They turned out adorable. Now for some reason they're still pliable. Let me just get my little, I can see a couple of little things here. I'm just going to get my burring tool and just get that out of there. Perfect. Now I'm wondering, because they're still a little bendy, if, let's just put these together and see. Oh my goodness, they match up perfect. Oh my goodness, it's bendy. Look at that. That worked out perfect. That's adorable. Look at that little guy. Oh my goodness. Now, I thought to myself, let's color his little spine in my gold leafing pen. This is from Let's Resin. It's the chrome marker. And let's see if that works, because if not, I've got my Testor model paint, which would work as well. So let's just see what we got going on. We're going to get all these little just hit all of these little guys. just gonna we'll do one side and then I've seen some where they have wings. Now I don't see any wings on this guy, so that's fine. I can't believe it's stuck together. That's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Oh my goodness, that just brings it to the next level. Look at that, he's so cute. Okay, now let's get the other side. These markers are awesome. I'm just making sure I got the edge. Perfect. And then here we are. Do I just do? Yeah, we're just gonna go for it. This is so cute. Just him alone is adorable. Perfect. And then I'm gonna what the hay, we might as well just go right down the whole thing. And I missed a couple. You can see the little bubbles. But this guy was hard to... There, I think that's adorable. Here, let me just connect that just so it's... That's so freaking cute. Okay. That is that. And then I wanted to do something with his eye. I'll put the lid on this because I opened it up. I don't know if anyone's worked with this paint, but oh my goodness, this paint, if you're looking for something with gold, it is freaking amazing. I used it when I did my geode for my cousin. Amazing. Okay, so let me do this Sharpie. I want to see if... Now you could have taken the time and did this part in here, but to me this mold is so small that it would have been hard to get anything there. I'm just gonna see if I can paint his eye. Oh, it is working. Can you see that compared to that? There we go. There. Awesome. perfect. Now I'm going to show you, these are the molds that I had in my Temu haul. So this is this one. Now they come out matte because most of these are made for fondant, right? But isn't that cool? So I used my glitters from Let's Resin, the holographic glitters. Pretty stunning how that comes out. And then this is coming in another haul. I've done the video, but it's not out yet. But this one was in it. And isn't that adorable? Adorable. Okay, so with that, my friends, I'm going to get my resin, mix it up. As always, like I said, it's going to be the same. It's going to be the shallow casting resin from Krystal Resin. And I will have my respirator on, and when I come back, I will not. And we're going to figure out, because I think this guy, I can, actually, he sits in there. This one, I've seen some people struggle. The hole in the top in this one is huge. Look at that, huge, which is awesome. And I've seen where they have a base on the other ones. This one doesn't. So, and my thoughts are, I would like it suspended. Like I don't want them right in the top and right against. So I will suspend him. That's freaking cool. All right, so I'm going to mix my resin. We're going to get him fixed up, and I'll see you guys in a second. He's just so freaking cute. He's so cute. All right, I'll see you in a sec, guys. Hello, I am back. We are going to put our little gorgeous little guy. Isn't he adorable? We're going to put him in our egg mold. But what I want to do is I want to suspend him a little bit. So I was playing around, and if you can see, I would like him to be right about there. I don't know if you can see that. So I am going to glue onto this third piece here a piece of like fishing wire filament, and I'm going to take my UV resin. I'm going to put just a dot in between these two, just a dot, and hopefully it's just a dot. I'm going to, oh jeepers, I'm going to hold my filament here onto here. Maybe what I need to do is prop my little guy into something. Maybe I'll put him in this. That's perfect. And I can see a little better. I'm going to hold the filament right next to that, and I'm going to take my light Are you kidding me? Okay, I'll be right back, guys. I grabbed my big one that's down here, and I'm going to hold that on there, and we're gonna hopefully it'll stick. Oh, come on. There, I'm just gonna make sure it's cured. Nothing goes right. I guess the batteries are dead in my light. Yeah. Let me see. Will it hold our little guy? Yes, it will. Awesome. Okay, so now what I want to do is take my stick and wrap it around. And let's see if that's too shallow. Let's put that in. Okay, so we're gonna hold that here. I am going to put a little bit of UV resin. Oh, I'm so sorry guys. Oh, you are seeing it. Okay, I'm gonna put some UV resin on it. I'll get up here. I want that to be kind of centered. Okay, I'm gonna put that on now. It's centered, but I can move the stick around. So let's do this. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. There, it's kind of on there. I'll do one more. Oh, this is my old light, and it goes off and on, which I don't know why. It still cures a little bit though, so that's good. So what I've done is I've mixed up 2 ounces of the shallow casting crystal resin, and I'm just gonna pour it on in there. I might give it a spritz with the my alcohol first, just so that there's no bubbles gonna form around the edges. So that should be good. And do you see what I mean? But I can move that now. I think that's good there. So let me take him out. I'm gonna spritz this with some alcohol. Oh, and I got something in there. Let me just get a piece of tape. Sorry guys, I'm trying to, actually, I'll suspend that there and I will get a piece of tape. And I saw some stuff which we don't want on the inside. And there we go, okay. This guy back in. Actually, let me pour some of this in and then I'll put that in. I'm gonna, now I'm spritz. I don't want a whole lot, but I want enough so that I'm just gonna try and air it out. I don't want any puddles in it. So that should be good. Now let me pour a little bit. Oh, if I can get this up here. My container is completely full. I'm hoping there's enough here. So let's pour. Yeah, there's a lot in the bottom. I'm just dumping out what is in the bottom. I did 2 ounces. Thinking that this guy's gonna take some of it away. It's gonna be dispersed, right? Let me. Do you see the bubbles? There's some bubbles in there, so I'm just gonna do that. And put our little guy in here. I really don't want him touching any sides. That looks about good to me. And let's put the rest in here. Hopefully I have enough. Not quite enough. Story of my life. Okay, let me just scoop what I got in here. Okay, I'm gonna put you guys on pause. I am going to get maybe an ounce and I'll be right back. Okay, I've mixed up another roughly 1 ounce. I'm gonna pour it in here. There we go, right to the top. Perfect. Mind you, I don't want the stick to stick. Is it touching? Let me do this. Oh my. I wasn't thinking. Well, here, let me see. Well, nope, that won't work. I'm gonna get 2 cups and set it underneath. And then I'm gonna place a stick or 2 underneath to lift it up just a tad so it's not going into the resin. So I'm gonna give it a couple of spritz just to get rid of the surface bubbles, and the bubbles will dissipate. Oh my gosh. So let's get a couple sticks here. Hopefully this will work. We'll do 1 more. I just don't want to move my guy around too much in there. I think that's good. And we'll grab a couple more on this side. One more. I wasn't thinking about the resin being... Alright, it's not touching. I can see it. Now let me just get my stick and I'm going to try to even out my little guy now that I've moved him all around. There, perfect. He looks centered to me. So hopefully everything works well, because you never know with Sherry, nothing goes right. So I'll see you guys in the morning when this is all cured. Hopefully it'll be in the morning. All right, I'll see you guys in a bit. I'm excited. Here we go. Let me just snip this little bit off here so we can get... Let me get these out of the way. And this and this and this. So I'm just going to snip this right to the edge like that. And here we go. Oh my goodness. Let me put a little bit of alcohol in here, help release the mold, and then just give it a squishy. And oh my goodness, I got such bad hands, guys. It popped right on out. Oh my goodness, look at him. That is adorable. That is adorable. And he's sitting in there pretty. Let me just get my little thing and we'll cut off all this little excess stuff here. Make him smooth on the bottom. This is amazing. This is a burring tool. And it is amazing. It works wonders when trying to get these edges off of coasters and there. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Let me just get that off. That is freaking adorable. Look at this. I've got this here, my little stand from Let's Resin. You can see where my little second part, that is amazing. Let's put them on here. Let's see if it works. Oh my goodness, it's colored. I didn't realize it was colored. That is funny. I have another one. Let me see if the other one is colored. I thought they were just plain white. That is kind of neat. Let's see. There we go. That one's white. That is adorable. He is cute. Here, let me just turn off my studio lights and see if it, if you can see it better. Look at that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty sweet. Okay, we'll put the light back on. I think that turned out adorable. I may have to do that again. And you don't need to, you could put other things in there. You could put other little animals that I've got in there. So that is adorable. That is so cute. So with that being said, my beautiful people, I hope you enjoyed today's video. And I would like to thank Let's Resin for, I would like to thank Krystal Resin, my apologies, for gifting me this amazing mold. And don't forget to go try out the shallow casting resin, which is what we used here today. I think it is adorable. And don't forget to use my discount code for Krystal Resin. It is Sherry Moulton 5, capital S. And yeah, so with that, hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you have not yet subscribed, please think about subscribing to my channel. And yeah, so with that, I'm going to go through the rest of my sponsors. So I have the links and my discount codes for Laura from Laura's Art Corner, my glitter guru. Go check out her website, and my discount code for Laura is all capital letters, Sherry Moulton 10%. I have the amazing Michelle from Artworks Resin Canada, my Canadian Rez distributor. My discount code for Michelle is Sherry Moulton 10, capital S, capital M. I have my Krystal Resin, which is what we used here today. My discount code for them is Sherry Moulton 5, capital S. I have the links to Let's Resin, which is what we used here also today, is in our Chameleon powders. The discount code for Let's Resin is Sherry Moulton. Sorry, Sherry M10. Wow, I drew a big blank today. Sorry, Sherry M10. And don't forget, I also have the links to the American, the Canadian, and now the UK. Also, I'd like to thank the washi tape. I have theirs in here as well. The washi tape shop, it is Sherry 10, all capital letters. And I also have the links to where to purchase Julie Cuts molds. I also have the link to where to purchase Molds and Shapes molds. I also have the links to where to purchase TriArt liquid glass. And my PayPal link is in there if you choose to donate and help support my channel. And my Amazon links are in there as well. With that, my beautiful people, I'll see you in the next one. Love you guys. He's so cute. Bye.